Both runners even this afternoon against Stoke City. How do you reflect on that point?
It's an excellent point. The game certainly wasn't a spectacle. There was not a lot of action both ends, but obviously we're delighted to get to 50 points. That was our first aim at the start of the season, and to get that with 5 games to go is very pleasing. I appreciate the quality of the game wasn't good today, but the most important thing is we didn't lose, and I thought the lads defended tremendously well without really them causing us many problems. And going forward, just that lack to that little spark, that bit of quality. Conditions didn't help our front players for sure, but overall, I'm delighted with the point.
Yeah, and the biggest chances probably came towards the end of the game. Christian Bielik having one clear that looked like it was on its way in. Job's volley then blocked as well. If there was going to be a team that went on and won the game, it looked like it was going to be us.
Yeah, it did, of course, but that's full credit to the boys. As long as we can, we want to be competitive. We know we're always going to get good chances, half chances as well. So, overall, listen, it wasn't a great game, but the most important thing is we stuck in there and we stuck together and we got a good point and we're on 50 points.
You're not one for making excuses, but it seemed, at least from the stands, that there was a swirling wind down here at pitchside as well. How much of an impact did that have on the game?
Yeah, it did, especially for our boys. Our 2 wide men are different to their wide men. They've got 3 strikers really playing up there, and they could go a bit more direct, a bit more physical, pick up the seconds around them areas. So for us, full credit to our front 4. They kept going, but conditions certainly didn't help them. Big Juki was outstanding again today, kept going, and as a collective the whole group kept going, and that's a really good signs, and I'm happy with the point.
Yeah, is it encouraging with the fact that when it does get ugly, and it has a couple of times this season, and there's not much free-flowing football, that you've got a team in there, a group of players who can cope with that side? Sometimes it's just going to be a little bit ugly in the Championship, but there's enough out there to deal with it.
Of course it is, and maybe 6 or 7 weeks ago we might have lost that. You think of the Cardiff games and things like that. There's nothing in games, and then in the end we lose. So we stuck in there today, and we looked a bit more the team that was going to go on and win the game. There's loads of positives to take out of it. Again, we're really progressing as a group, and it's encouraging.
You've already mentioned that 50 points mark now. It's a significant milestone in the season. When you reflect back to what people from outside the club were saying in the summer, how much effort's gone into getting us just to this stage?
Yeah, it's been a massive effort, not just from the players, the staff, the fans, the whole club in general. Everyone's put 100% into making sure that we get to 50 points. There's still a lot of football to go. There's 5 big games still coming up. We want to get to 55, 56 points if we can. We want to be, winning games and getting more points. But the most important thing for us as a group and as a club is that we get to that 50 points mark, and keep moving on.
Yeah, although not mathematically safe, is that the target now? Just looking to every game, obviously a couple of away games now to come, but looking to win every game between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, just to be as competitive as we can be. I think we have been overall this season, which has been really pleasing. We're still not safe mathematically, so we still need to pick 3 or 4 more points up, and we'll be fighting to try and do that from now to the end of the season.
Yeah. Looking ahead then to a trip to Sunderland on Saturday, another challenge, but one you look forward to.
Of course, yeah, fantastic stadium, a fantastic place to go and play football. The lads should be really looking forward to the challenge up there. Obviously they're a really good team, and had a really good season up to now, so we know it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, very finally, Gaffer, depending on how much of what happens between now and the end of the season in terms of players' performances and results will impact your thinking going into the summer and looking further ahead to next year.
Yeah, definitely, and there's still contracts to be given out. There's still people who we want to watch and see how they're progressing and developing. So there's 5 big games for everyone involved in the football club going forward. That's staff, players, everyone. So no one will be letting up at all. The most important game now is the next one, and we want to be ready and try and get 3 points.